Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I am Ryan Clifton Bowling. Thank you for joining me. I did a video just not too long ago on the reference to the Buffalo shooter perhaps being what I feel was a programmed killer. And I still believe that, in my opinion, he was, as well as many of these other lone shooters going in different places and shooting on people, to be programmed shooters, that they're programmed to do this type of stuff by some very dark, nefarious forces. And the purpose is to create as much moral chaos as possible. Now, having said that, I want to read a portion of an article in reference to the church shooting that occurred after the Buffalo incident. I think it was either before or after the Buffalo incident in California. And this is another tragic situation. It's not as bad, but it's still a tragedy to take place inside a church again. Now, this may be distressing to some people, but let me say this. This is a major, major problem, but there's always solutions. Every time there's a problem, there's always solutions. There's a variety of different solutions, and I believe that there are certain solutions that can be enacted that could prevent or at least lessen the damage that is being done by these multiple concepts of shootings, these lone shooters going out here just taking people out. I think there are solutions to lessen the damage that they are causing. So I want to get into this article here, and then I'm going to give you my detailed commentary. This is just a short article from Breitbart because I guess this is recent. And it says, multiple people were shot at church in Languini Woods, California on Sunday around 2 p.m. The exact number of people injured and the nature of those injuries were not immediately clear. The motive for the shooting is not yet known, NBC Los Angeles reported. Police have detained one individual, and a gun which may have been used in the attack was recovered at the scene, ABC 7 noted. Following the April 3rd, 2022 Sacramento shooting, the Sacramento Bee noted California has, quote, 107 different gun control laws, all of which have failed to stop committed attackers from opening fire on innocents in the state. In fact, California is the most gun control state in the union. And that's a very small article from Breitbart News. And it's dealing with the subject that's brought up is these gun control laws, which I want to get at in length after I read a portion of an article from Epoch Times that deals with the same incident. And it says, Laguna Woods, California, Taiwanese parishioners, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Taiwanese parishioners likely saved many after they hogtied a gunman who opened fire, killing one and injuring 5 at an Orange County church on May 15, officials said. The group of churchgoers displayed what we believe is exceptional heroism and bravery in intervening to stop the suspect, said Orange County Sheriff's Department Under Sheriff Jess Hollock during a press conference outside of Geneva Presbyterian Church. Churchgoers were enjoying lunch following the 11:30 a.m. Sunday service when an Asian male in his 60s opened fire. 6 people were hit, with 1 killed, 4 critically injured, and another with minor injuries. They were transported to 3 area hospitals. And I'm going to stop right there on that article. But notice what it said. It said this was an Asian person came in and did this. And that it seems evident that this was an Asian church filled with Asian churchgoers. So more than likely, one could condense it to the Asian community. But I don't think so. I don't think so. First of all, I'm pretty sure that the mainstream media didn't give too much coverage to this due to the fact that this is an Asian person, an Asian gunman going in and purposely trying to kill Asian Christians inside of a church. But this white guy travels over 200 miles and shoots and kills 10 people, predominantly black, and the mainstream media is all over it, calling it race this and race that, and the president wants to go and visit. If the black people fall for that, if black people in Buffalo fall for that, they need to. Now, I'm not going to say because I got to be professional. I got to be professional because this man, his administration sucks. Okay, he does not care about anybody. He cares about pushing an agenda, and he cares about pushing his leftist ideology. Now, getting back to this whole idea. Two things I want to deal with. I want to deal with the gun control laws. Now, according to the Breitbart article, apparently California has the highest gun control laws in the union. In other words, the highest gun control laws in the country. But who is being protected here? Who is being protected? Why would you have these gun control laws when innocent bystanders in churches are being gunned down? In my opinion, the reason why far leftist liberals want to control guns is not to prevent crime. Far left liberals are communist sympathizers. Even if they're not communists, they're communist sympathizers. And in order to take guns from American citizens, they can't come in by force like their old communist comrades did in Russia and China and other communist countries. They have to do it through stealth. The way they do it here in America is through creating gun control laws that are so stringent that it makes it extremely difficult, if not well-nigh impossible, for a law-abiding citizen to get a gun. The purpose is to discourage you as a law-abiding citizen, in my opinion, from getting a gun so you just say, forget it. I'm just going to depend on law enforcement and the government. And this is where we have incidences like this. So the whole idea of gun control laws is a bunch of bull crap, in my opinion. It's just another way for the far left liberal communist sympathizers to take guns from the citizens. So because they know that if you're armed, that you can defend themselves from the tyrannical government that they're trying to build. They know that. In my opinion, I believe all my heart, they know that. They know that. That's why they want to take your guns away from you through stealth. Okay? Now, having said that, some months ago, my pastor had he was teaching a series of lessons about different things that are controversial within the Christian community in America. And one of those was the idea of guns, whether we should have them as Christians and the church, or whether we should own guns at home, or whether we should own them, whatever the case, but whether we should own guns. We concluded during this lesson, and he wasn't up in the pulpit preaching, he was sitting in the chair, we was in the class, and we all concluded that we have the constitutional right to own guns, and we based our conclusion on the Bible, both Old and New Testament, the way we understand it. Now, all Christians and all churches don't support that. That's okay. I respect all people's personal convictions. But our church's personal convictions, and I'm going to take this even further, my personal conviction is that as an American citizen, I have the right to own a gun to defend myself. We are not, and I am not, an advocate of initiating violence against anyone. But I am an advocate of self-defense. And one of the ways in which this country and individual people can prevent acts like this from taking place, particularly dealing with this church situation, is to be armed. Now, according to the rest of that article in Epoch Times, they hogtied the guy and put him down. That's good. They prevented him from taking the lives of further innocent people. But what if someone was armed? Huh? You know, I'm not going to make an assumption that they believe in it being heavily armed. But I know some years ago, a guy came into church. I can't remember where this took place at, but some of you probably remember. Years ago, some guy comes into church, and this is not the incident where the white guy goes into the black church and kills up 24 people. That was a separate incident. This is another incident. It took place in the church. Guy comes in, can't remember where it took place, can't remember all detail, but I know the guy comes in, starts shooting up people. Another person, a member in the church who was armed, took his gun out and fixed the situation, for lack of a better word. He fixed the situation. And what is my point? My point is that we can, as American citizens, prevent this kind of stuff from being as bad as it could be. Now, I mentioned in my previous video that I believe that a lot of this stuff, and I mentioned just in the beginning of this video, that I believe that these are program killers, program shooters. And there's a whole lot we can do about that. If that's true, and I personally believe it is, there's a whole lot we can do about that. What we going to do? Deprogram them? We can't do anything about that. But what we as American citizens who believe in self-defense, who believe in owning guns, what we can do is arm ourselves. If you don't arm yourself with a gun, arm yourself with something. Learn some martial arts or something, or learn how to a knife throw or whatever. Learn how to work with a knife and do something to protect yourself and your family, your loved ones. That is your constitutional right. And stuff like this ought not be happening. It's getting worse and it's getting worse and it's getting worse. And you still have these progressive liberals still pushing for gun control laws. Never mind why these people are doing this. See, I don't believe in the official story. I stopped believing the official story years ago. And usually I'm right when I don't believe in the official story. Something else comes out and says, wait a minute, hold it. Everybody wanted to believe the official story. Is that true? I don't believe in the official story anymore. I dig a little bit deeper. Something dark is going on here, and knowledge is power. When you know you're able to find avenues to prevent these type of things from happening to yourself and your loved ones. That's something that the mainstream media don't want us to know. They don't want us to know. They want us to be ignorant. They want us to be non-thinking. They want us to be compliant. They want us to be entertained to death so that we're not thinking about what's going on in the government on a local, state, and federal level. They want us to be rocked to sleep. Rock-a-bye, baby, on a treetop. That's what they want. But no. American citizens are not as dumb as the federal government think they are. So I just wanted to say that. What do you guys think about this article or this church shooting? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this, excuse me. If you like this video, press the like button. Share this video and subscribe. God bless you all, and see you again on another Black Conservative.